If you're buying your first home in the GTA, you want three things: a commute that doesn't eat your life, a school you'd actually want your kids to go to, and a real house with a backyard. And a lot of people will tell you that in this market, you have to pick two, that the short commute and the great school only come where the houses are small and the prices are brutal. And that space only shows up an hour outside of Toronto where the commute falls apart. After years of doing this with families who came to this country, I can tell you that this is not true. In the right city, you don't have to pick two. You can get all three or come so close to it that you'd never feel the difference. And that's exactly what this video is going to do. Show you where those cities are, and at the end, hand you a free tool that finds the right cities for your situation. So stick with me, because most people start their search in exactly the wrong place, and I don't want that to be you. My name is Gaurav. I am a CFA charter holder and a realtor who lives and operates right here in the GTA. And helping newcomers choose the right city is what I do week in and week out. So before you fall for a single listing, let me help you find the cities that actually give you all three things. And at the end, I'll give you a free tool that helps you find them for your exact situation. Let's start with why this is hard. Why can't you just buy all three? Well, it comes down to how a home actually gets priced here. Three things move the price of a GTA home more than anything else: how fast do you get to work, how good the assigned school is, and how much house you actually get for your money. Each one carries its own premium, and across the GTA they cluster in different places. You can see it the moment you line the cities up. The average detached home in the GTA is about 1.36 million. In the city of Toronto, it's closer to 1.65, and in Oakville, the city everyone names for schools, it's about 1.45 million. Head east though, and those numbers fall away fast. Ajax averages around 817,000 and Pickering is around $1 million. Same families, same wish list, but a $300,000 or $400,000 difference in their purchase. So what's that gap actually paying for? Well, you're paying for two things you can never renovate in after you buy: how close it is to downtown and which school your address is tied to. And that second one, the school, is where newcomers lose the most amount of money, because they shop for the wrong thing. They shop for a city when the price is really set by which school your address is assigned to in the catchment. And that line quietly adds more to a home's price than almost any renovation ever could. Two nearly identical houses a few streets apart can sell for tens of thousands apart because one sits in a top-rated catchment and the other just outside of it. You're not paying for the house, you're paying for the school boundary. Take Oakville for example. On Fraser's 2025 report, around 20 of its elementary schools score an 8 out of 10 or higher. But each one serves a specific catchment, so buying in Oakville doesn't get your kid into the school. Being in the right catchment does. And you'll find strong catchments in less talked about areas too, like pockets of Burlington, Mississauga, the East GTA, which is how you get the school without paying for the whole town's reputation. So now you know where the premiums hide, the commute and the catchment. But knowing they exist is the easy part. The expensive part is what people do next. And it's a mistake I see buyers make again and again. You lock onto the one thing you care about most, the area your friends already live in or the best school you've heard of, and you build everything around it. To get it, you pay full price for everything else that house comes with, whether it mattered to you or not. The fix for this isn't a bigger budget, it's ranking your priorities before you fall for an address. So I built something that forces exactly that. And that something is a free tool called the GTA Neighborhood Fit Finder. And here's how it works. It asks you three quick things: your budget, your stage of life, and where you commute. Then it hands you 20 points and it makes you spread them across the 6 factors that actually decide the neighborhood: commute, schools, space, value, safety, and long-term growth. You cannot max them all, so you have to choose. And that's the whole trick. For the first time, you're deciding what comes first, second, and last on your priority list. And then it does the part you cannot do in your head. It scores every city in the GTA against your exact ranking and hands you a shortlist. Your top matches with the trade-offs on each one spelled out in about 30 seconds. No guessing at a city, no falling for a name, no overpaying for a factor you never ranked. It turns a decision you'd normally make weeks after you've started seeing properties into one you make calmly before you've even booked a single showing. Here's a real one, and you do this for your own situation, whatever that is. Say it's a young family working downtown and I weighted it the way that buyer actually would. Schools, commute, and safety at the top, with a bit on growth and value. The obvious winners come up first. The pricey areas closest to downtown. They nail two of the three, a fast commute and strong schools. But the tool shows you the cost right underneath. The worst value per square foot on the board and barely any space. So you get two of the three and you pay full price for it. The interesting part is what happens when you swap the subway train for a GO train and head east into Durham. Pickering comes up near the top with a 40-minute train to Union Station. Real space, strong value, and the most growth potential in the East End. Right beside it is Ajax, where detached homes are well under Toronto's price. It has a direct GO line and solid schools. For a lot of families I work with, that's as close to all three as it gets without stretching your budget. Now, if schools are the one thing you won't move on, the tool sends you the other way, into Halton. Oakville has the top catchments, and Burlington gives you nearly the same quality for less. Oakville makes you pay for it, Burlington a little less so. And then there's Milton, where the tool teaches you something. It's got decent schools, big homes, and it's one of the safest cities around. But the Milton Go runs peak only, one direction into the city in the morning and out at night. That train is built for exactly one type of person, the 9 to 5 downtown commuter. If that's you, it's perfect. If your hours are odd, however, it might not work for you and the tool adjusts the score to match. It's not good or bad, it's whether it fits your lifestyle. And that's the whole point. Change your commute or your priorities and the list reorders. There's no single best city in the GTA, only the best fit for the trade-off you are willing to make. So decide the one thing you won't compromise on and let the tool sort out the rest. But if what you really want is the closest thing to all three at once, then for most of the families I work with, it keeps landing in the same place, the cities out in the Durham region like Pickering, Ajax and Whitby. So here's what you should do. First, run the GTA Neighborhood Fit Finder with your own criteria. It's free, it's linked below, and it'll get you closer to a real answer in 2 minutes than a month of scrolling listings on realtor.ca. Second, if you want the full playbook on how to buy a home, from your pre-approval to the day you get the keys, I have recorded a 1-hour home buying webinar. It's free to watch and linked below too. Once the tool has narrowed you down to your cities, if you want help finding the right street and the catchment inside it, then you can use the link in the description to book a quick call with me. It's there whenever you feel you're ready to talk. And if this video helped you figure out where to actually look, then do subscribe. This is the kind of breakdown I do here every week. And if you know someone who's about to start their home buying journey, share this video with them. It might save them months of effort. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.